EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston in the Space City at NRG Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Stroud off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Stroud. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. Now a 2nd and 10. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Pace, let's go.
Throwing again is Stroud. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Stroud working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, they were moving the football through the air early on, but ultimately this opening drive ends with a turnover.
And we've seen this before, haven't we? Sometimes you get those quarterbacks that, hey, they throw the pick early, they're done for the game. I don't think it's the same case with this guy we're watching here, do you?
No, not at all. He'll be touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Play action. Stroud now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to have this one is down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
76 yards.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Al now to throw it.
Dancing to his left.
That one downfield for Dotson.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Stroud to throw it.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. 7-7, our score after 1.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. Throwing now is Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. On 1st down, here's Stroud.
Flushed out right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play action. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. Stroud looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
2nd and 10.
19, Tiger.
Push him back. Push him back.
No, check that. We're Mike 52 right here. Mike 52? Yeah. You don't want none.
On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive.
Here's Stroud.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Back to throw. Howell.
Flush to his right. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
27 yards.
And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Now throwing on first down here.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
defense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And Howe will throw it.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Rolling to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And Stroud now to throw. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
Pushes him aside at the 10, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
Touchdown, Texans.
Tank Dell
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Howell from the gun. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Here's Howell.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. Touchdown.
John Bates.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Stroud.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Get him! 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Back to throw. Stroud.
That's complete to Dell.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Stroud.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle.
And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
30.
3rd down and 1. Stroud sets up the play action.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to get the football there as he gets